with us.
Yeah, we're going to have your code and your ticker on this network, and you can't stop it from being traded.
Right.
And so there's a derivative, and then if there's liquidity bonding the prices together, so if, let's say you have Chainlink on Ethereum, and then after launch, price bounces around a while, but I bet that over time that these prices will move similarly.
Right.
I think that the Link ticker on Pulsechain is likely to move similarly to the Link ticker on Ethereum.
Right. Just because of the bridge, right? And
well, because they're bonded by the liquidity.
Right.
And then it's the same code with the same ticker. Now, do you want to pay $100 or $300 to trade it on Ethereum, or do you want to pay a penny to trade it over here? And we already know this answer because they're doing it on other networks as well.
Yeah.
People do trading on alternate networks, and then we're the one that you don't like. Your coins are already here. You don't even have to bridge over. You've already got your free coins here. You can already access them by changing one setting in your MetaMask. It's awesome.
Dude, it sounds
well.
It sounds pretty awesome.
Well, that's the trick. That's the magic. Is you launch this whole network with all these new coins. How do you get those new coins to be valuable?
Right.
But by not letting anyone ever stop the trading, by having the same tickers, and by giving people a reason to back the value of the things they got free, by rewarding them with a yield farming token. It's like a giant vampire attack, basically. It's a giant vampire attack.
Hey everybody, hey, how did I end up over there? Hey, there I am. All right, cool. Hey, good to see everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to the chat. Now, obviously, you're going to get all your daily Pulsechain content here on Hex Token channel. Of course, Superman Crypto and Pulsechain X. And of course, we're going to cover all the market prices today, what's hot, what's moving, all that sort of stuff. Let us know in the chat today what you're accumulating. Obviously, don't post any known scams. Let us know what you like in the market at the moment, what you think is a good pickup. While we're in this accumulation zone, still coming up to the 1 year anniversary for Pulsechain launch, so which is within the next few days. So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to get into highlighting the Pulsechain conference. That's coming up. In fact, it starts on the 10th, so that's what, a day or so away, running through to the 13th, and we're going to cover that with Maddie Allen. What else is going on? We're going to cover the stock market and crypto as we always do. And get into Hex Daily Stats. I think that's up today. So I think I will be covering that. Yeah, it's back up. I couldn't get to it yesterday. Not yesterday, the day before. I was off yesterday because I had a lot of errands I've got things to do that had to be done. So I had to take the time off yesterday just to focus on that. Let's get into it, folks. Without further ado, let's say hello to some people. We've got Lights Beneath in the house as always. Looking good. How are you today? Very good. Now, it's super sunny here, but it's starting to get cooler. That sort of a cool, brisk, sunny day. That's kind of like what it is at the moment. So full on blue sky, but got the coolness to it. But if you're walking, you got a nice sweater. She'll be right, mate. She'll be right, as we say. Hex, Pulsex, incentive for the win, 100%. That is the gold maxi strategy that we are accumulating. The gold strategy there. And looking good. So you can, maybe that's some of those ones, are the ones that you're accumulating at the moment. Let us know in the chat. We got Sandy Beach in the house there, and of course, crushing it there with the old day number 8, burpee and jumping jacks. Man, that's full on. That's fantastic. Man, what do we do? Squats, sit-ups, press-ups, and now burpees and jumping jacks. Looking pretty good. Day 8, looking good there. And that is the link to Sandy. Don't forget to give her a follow and share that around. It really helps Sandy to grow. Very, very cool. Now, Sandy and I had a similar number of follows on X, but I've been suspended. So, Sandy, it's all yours. It looks like you're gonna gun it. You're gonna absolutely gun it. So, all the best to that. Doing a terrific job in the health and fitness space for Pulsechain. We got Craig Pitt in the house there. Morning all. Good to see you, Craig. And I've got Brennan, our TA guru, in the house there. Morning, Superman and family. Hey, Brennan, hope you're doing well. He is in Australia, so we have to wish him a lot of luck there. I'm just kidding. All right, you can't handle the dig. Get into the barbecue. I don't know, whatever. I don't know what I'm saying there. Let's move on. All right, what's that? Bring on the 1 year anniversary pump. Yeah, a lot of people are looking forward to a 1 year anniversary pump. Let's see what happens around that space. Maybe it's going to be 1 year and 1 month. All right, so that would be at the 2 year months, 2 years after the halving, 2 months after the halving, and 1 month after the anniversary. That's about right, isn't it? That'd be pretty cool. Nice June pump. Let's see. Now, I was supposed to bring up all the charts. I didn't do it today because I've been distracted with some other stuff, but I will try and do that tomorrow. I need to write it down somewhere. So that's pretty much what's happening. And Sandy says, I'm taking a break for mini challenges during June, July. Vacation time. That's right. Forget it. Summer, isn't it? In the good old US of A. Yeah, good time. Either you can travel in the States. There's so obviously 50 states. You can go everywhere, right? You can go everywhere. You can go up to Alaska if you want. You can go to Hawaii. You can go to, dare I say, California. You can go to California. Maybe what's some good states that you could go to? Colorado. I mean, that's got beautiful land, isn't it? Beautiful scenery there, Colorado. So there's lots of places you can go in the old America. And if you like the cities, I guess you can go to a city too. Go to New York, go to Chicago. Be careful. Be careful, but you can still go there. It's probably not as safe as it was 10, 20 years ago. Well, I went to New York 20 years ago, and I guess it was much more relatively safe then. What else we got there? Sandy says, my goal is to hit all 50 states. Get out of here. Wow, that's a huge road trip. That is massive. Let us know how you're doing that. Are you going on you getting in one of those trailer homes that they do in America? Trailer homes are a big thing in America, aren't they? Brent says, I just got char grilled by Super. Yeah. Hey, put a bit of onions on there and a bit of ketchup on there, Brent. That'd be helpful. All right, let's move on. Let's get serious here and get into the markets. Let's start off with the stock market and see how that did overnight. So it will be covering Wednesday, USA market. So let's have a look here. Looks like, what do we got there? The S&P 500 rally stalls. So it's obviously been doing very well as Treasury yields continued the march. So continued the march on Treasury yields going to the upside. Dow Jones there is, however, is up 0.44%, 172 points. So the Dow Jones is those top 30 industrials inside the index. 39,056 is the index number. S&P 500 is flat, it says here, down slightly, 5,187, and the Nasdaq down almost 0.2%, 30 points, let's say, at 16,302. So they're all up pretty well, aren't they? So stalling is probably a reasonable title there. US dollar is up slightly, very slightly at 105.41. Let's go to the commodities, see how those are going. Every time I go to the commodities, they disappear. I'm not sure why that is. Is it the advertisement? I just looked before the live stream to make sure the commodities were there, and they disappear. Well, come on, where are they gone? I'm not sure where they've gone, but they've disappeared. Can we get them back? No, we can't. Anyway, that's it for the stock market. So stock market stalled, but not so bad, is it? Not so bad there. Bitcoin, $61,128. That was actually below 61,000 for the live stream, but that is down 2% today. Dominance is at 52.16%. So still holding the dominance there is Bitcoin. Ethereum at 2,977, down below 3,000. That's kind of important. And of course, that's down 1.19%. Now, technically, we've started a new day on my chart. So we're about 8 minutes into the new day. BNB, though, staying up strong. And BNB, of course, has done relatively well given the way it's set up. Tokenomics is up 2% at the moment at $589. We can see that Tron also is making a bit of a move up there too, 2.2%, 12.3 cents, the old Tron. And what else there? ADA up there, 2.11. They're at 45 cents there. Good old Hodgkinson, isn't it? Hodgkinson, hopefully I said his name right. That is kind of the highlights. I'm just looking through some of the others here. Cass is up, Cass is up 11.9 cents. Has it been struggling to get away from this sort of price range though? It's up 6% today, but kind of been struggling, I think. I need to get the chart up for Cass because that was definitely one of the better performers over the last 2 years. Let's jump into Bitcoin a bit, zoom in on that a bit here. So where are we? Well, we've obviously got this little downtrend, haven't we? Really overall on the daily, but the 50 moving average is starting to curl a little bit to the downside. Currently, we're at 63,611. $63,611 on the 50-day moving average. We're below that at 61,181. So we're trying to get back over it. Failed to do that again. Failed to do it. So we've got this lower highs, and lower lows. So we really need to break that cycle to move on to the upside. So we'll keep a lookout for that. The 200 moving average is at 52,752. That is the play there. We knew we were going to be in some choppy period here, didn't we? For at least maybe up to 2 months based on past historical. So that would take us into, let's say around at the end of June. So maybe mid-end of June. And then a rally, right? Rally for how many months? I don't know, 9 months plus. It could be huge. 9 months to 18 months, something like that. Let's bring it on. All right, so that's kind of where we're at the moment. A bit of the psychological edge there. Let's go to the Ethereum. Ethereum, of course, is ticking away as well. Now, the 50-day moving average is at 3,185. That's obviously killed down as well. Pretty similar looking pattern here, even a bit weaker. Obviously, from Ethereum there, hasn't really rallied full on yet. Hasn't even hit the all-time high, right? 4,900. We got up to 4,100, wasn't it, up here? Yeah, 4,093. $4,093. And so we've got a long way to go. Now, Ethereum ETF approvals on the 23rd, not likely, but may happen at some other stage. So we'll see what happens in that space. I need to do an update on that too. I'll try to do that tomorrow. We'll bring in the Bloomberg analysts, Balkahunas and Stefat. Balkahunas and Stefat. Those are the Bloomberg analysts that we follow for that stuff. And hopefully that will be cool. All right, let's move on into Richard. Richard was talking about the Ethereum. So Richard was saying Ethereum was 5K. I guess he's talking about the last bull market. Now it's 3K. That's 40% off. And in that time, Ethereum became lower inflation, removed proof of work, saving the environment and paying validators instead of electric companies. It's the next most likely to get an ETF. ETH bros are focused on building, not crying. So he's very bullish about Ethereum there. Obviously, we saw the Magic Carpet ride move into a lot of Ethereum, right? So let's see where we go from there. So that is Ethereum at the moment. That leads us into Pulsechain for day 362. Before we get into Pulsechain stuff, though, let's catch up on a few more people that have jumped in the chat. Remember, get into the chat. Let us know what you are accumulating. It just has to be one. You don't have to put the whole list of things that you're looking at. Just let us know the one thing that you're really liking at the moment that you want to accumulate. Let us know in the chat there. Excluding scams, of course. Excluding scams. All right. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look at some of these comments. We got Sandy says, Hex Token, are you speaking at the conference? No, I don't think I am. I did get the invite, I think. I just didn't respond. I forgot to respond. Now I can't respond because I'm suspended. So there we go. That's kind of the play there. Brendan says, bring on the 1 year anniversary pump. Absolutely. Absolutely. Looking forward to the 1 year pump, man. I'm taking a break. You know, of course, we've covered all these comments here. I'm just going back. I must have missed that one that you had up there earlier, Sandy. Let's see, jump through some of this. Sandy says, I have like 18 left. Okay, so you're trying to do all 50 states. You've got 18 left to go. Well, that's pretty epic. I think it's only, I remember back in the day, I don't know, it was the early 2000s or whatever. I think something like only, was it 2% of Americans had left the United States that, you know, like travel and stuff like that. It's only a really small percentage population. And it's probably a bit bigger now, I would imagine. But, you know, after, you know, a lot of cool movies like Lord of the Rings, you know, getting people to come down to New Zealand and have a look at stuff like that. Yeah, so, yeah, let us know if you think a lot of people in the United States travel where you are. Sandy says, I'm hoping to knock out 3 or 4 this summer. Nice. That would get you down to about, what, 12? No, 14, I mean, 14. There we go. What else there? We got GOW says, DWB fam. Good to see you, GWB. I mean, Gal's in house. PDI. Seems like everybody is ratio trading their pulse. Yes, it does look like that too, Gal. Good point there. We do cover PDI because it is one of the entertaining ones on the chain. And so let's get back into it. All right, Pulsechain, a day 362, heading towards 1 year, folks. How far we got to go? The 1 year anniversary. Apparently 4 days, 3 days and 23 hours and 46 minutes. So that's the 1 year anniversary. So we're counting that down pretty quick. So accumulate for the 1 year anniversary pump. That's the thing. We've got the conference on as well. We'll talk about that conference at the end. That's the last topic for the day. But Pulsechain at the moment, quad 585 is up 0.25%. So 58% of the mean sacrifice price. So very much in the accumulation zone. The old Pulsex, even better on Pulsex. Quad 244 down 0.2%. Only just under 25% of the mean sacrifice price. So there we go. Lots of upside for Pulsex. Now, 847.5 billion Pulsex has been bought up and burned. We got, 4.17% is now destroyed. It's gone. And so that's probably going to be slightly higher as we head into the last couple of days. So it'll be fun to see what that ends up being for the full year. Incentive token down 3.4% at the moment, $2.93. Now, obviously, I didn't cover yesterday's results. But that was 2 days ago when I covered it. The ratio was at 54,000. Now it's at 50,222, which is still bullish. As long as that over 50K is really important. 45 is kind of the support line. And that's so far so good. So good on the incentive. Now, the total amounts in existence, 31,166,000 incentive tokens. Remember, these are emitted from the V1 Pulsex farms. Yeah, that's where to play. I know a lot of people are farming on there, so they're enjoying it. Now, Hex is the standout. Give a hand to Hex, man. We are called Hex Token Channel on here. We're called Hex Token Channel. And here is Hex there at the moment at just under 88 hundredth of a penny. Yay! So it's up 6.8%. So nice to see Hex taking the lead. Why not? Damn it. It's the store of value, right? That's the thing. So let's go. Let's go with Hex. Store of value. Pump it up. Pump it up. I need a disco. I need a little disco board. But there we go. That is cool. What's the EHEX at the moment? 1900th of a penny. So combined price of PHEX and EHEX is 1.07 cents. It's still in the same accumulation zone. It's like deja vu, almost Groundhog's Day. Groundhog's Day. So that is looking good. 1.07. So nice to see Hex leading the way today for day 362. Let's bring on a pump for Hex. Lead Pulsechain up to the upside. That's one way to go. The other way to go is to pump the incentive token a bit. That leads the market up there, or pump Pulsex. We'll see. That was the last one, right? Pulsex. Actually, Hex was because of the the drama, the Fallout drama. So let's go to the Pulsechain. Have a look at the chart. We're on the weekly here. We've sort of moved to a weekly point of view. We've got the RSI is down at 36 on the weekly, and we're at 58. So we have bounced off a very important line here on the horizontal, 5,300. You can see that that's kind of the was a lot of support zone there. That's kind of where we've bounced off so far. It'd be nice to get a little green week starting soon. But that's kind of where we are. Maybe for the anniversary, we'll get that coming up. So that is the TikTok on that one. Let's look at the daily. Daily is well oversold. Look at that. I mean, it's right in the oversold territory there. And that's kind of where we are at the moment. We're on just started a green new day after yesterday's was that a little butterfly doji? Anyway, we've got a green start to today, and let's see where we can go from there. Pulsex at the moment, similar story probably. Actually, it's a little bit stronger on the angular support. It's slightly below it, so I guess it's broken it technically. But we've had a lot of bounce here. We had a lot of resistance at this price range, right, at 2,400 back in November. So that seems to be a good support area on the horizontal for the old Pulsex. So I think it's a very good range to accumulate. Now remember, let's go to the weekly on this. Did I have weekly? Let's go back to the weekly on this. And weekly here, I think we've still got this higher low. So I think that's definitely well worth picking up there because that was a previous low. Looking pretty good to me. The old Pulsex undervalued in my view, but we'll look at the total amount later on. Let's go to Pulse ratio here for incentive. I'm going to auto that, and this is looking great, isn't it? 50,000 on the ratio, looking really good. The sell incentive token. And Hex, let's look here. Hex leading in the way today. This is a weekly, of course. We're still red on the weekly. RSI is down at 41. Moving to the daily. We've got a nice green pump yesterday. We pumped from 0.8 of a penny to 0.9 of a penny, and we're just at 87 hundredth of a penny at the moment. So still below the orange line, so still very much accumulation zone. Obviously, we've had several breakouts there. Eventually, I'm sure we're going to get that 3-cent breakout for the combined EHEX and PX price. So in this case, that would be 2.5 cents or so. So bring it on. EHEX as well, not doing too bad. Like I say, EHEX got lots of upside to the BankX price at 0.7 of a penny. We're currently at 0.19 of a penny or 0.2 of a penny, which way you want to look at it. Let's see where we go from here. RSI oversold, so everything is looking good for pickup and accumulation on the old gold Richard Hart tokens. And you can see that in the daily chart here on investex.io, the combined price of EX and PX is down at 1 cent here. So accumulation zone, beautiful for the breakup. And that's it. That's all she wrote, just accumulation at the moment. We're going to look at some of the other stuff as well, but we're going to quickly check the gas prices. 490,000 beats, so about 2 times the normal. But we're still super cheap, 0.9 of a penny for a Pulsex swap, 500th of a penny for a Pulsecoin transfer, and 0.2 of a penny for a PRC20 transfer. Ethereum at the moment is sick. It's ridiculously low. 3 Gwei at the moment. Oh my gosh, who thought that you'd see that again? 3 grey, my goodness. 360, but PulseX is still 364 times cheaper. How about that? So it might be 3 grey on Ethereum, but we're still 364 times cheaper. So there we go. So at the moment, it would cost you on Uniswap up to $3.18, which is pretty cheap. And of course, over on Pulsechain, it is mega cheap. So it's only 9/10 of a penny for Pulsex swap. So it's a crazy times there. All right, that is it on that. Let's have a look at the validators. We're at 48,983 validators. We've got 1.57 trillion locked off the market, so pretty similar to what we had 2 days ago. And then the bridge, we're looking at that. 108.3. That's pretty similar, isn't it, to what we had 2 days ago? So not much change there with the Pulsechain bridge value. And of course, remember when we had that hyper pump, we were up over $180 million. Remember, this for context was around that mark. So here we are at 108. So there we go. We'll keep an eye out on that one for the mega pump, mega magic carpet ride pump. Bring it on. So that is pretty much it for day 362. We'll be starting day 363. And of course, we've got the countdown here on gopulse.com. 3 hours, 3 days, 23 hours and 38 minutes. And we're going to be covering the Maddie Allen anniversary show, which is going to be on. It's going to have lots of influences on there. All right. Before we get into the rest of the market, let's catch up one more time with everybody else, see how they're going. Let's jump into here. Gal says, I've been rotating out of my pulse bags up to 30 million pulse since I started. Nice that one there, Gal. Why doesn't RH burn the OA? Well, I don't think there's any gain out of doing that, to be honest, Gal. I really don't see any gain out of doing that. And Brian quite rightly said there would reduce staking payouts dramatically, yeah. And among other reasons, yeah. I mean, it's a whole topic by itself. What else there? We got the future liquidity as well, says Brennan. What else there? Wookie used to try and do a tour of the world. Also didn't get that far. No, you haven't. You know what you need, Wookie? You need a world war. That way you'll get some traveling. You get some traveling with that. That's what you need to do. What else there? What else? We got a couple of comments in there. TGN says SAC is the token today for that DGN is liking SAC, and we might try and check that out. Hopefully it's on the list. 3 Graces, Brennan. Yeah, no, mind blown, right? Mind blown. Hey, we got Randy Alaskian in the house. Today was solid. Nice one there. Are we talking about Solid X or Solid? I'm not sure, but thanks very much for the super sticker there, Randy. Big shout out to you. Crushing it out there with the old influencer coins. And Brian's in house there. Big shout out to Randy there as well. Very cool. All right, let's get into the rest of the Brennan's in there as well with the Randy. Nice one there, and Sandy Beach as well. Nice one. All right, let's get into the rest of the coins. So we're talking about Richard Hart coins. Let's get into the derivatives. So we're going to look at Icosa Hedron. At the moment, Icosa on Pulsechain up 20%. That's a pretty nice move, given where the Richard Hart tokens are at the moment. And what else? We got Hedron is up at 13%. So some nice moves there for the derivatives. So a quick look at Icosa. Yeah, nice little green pump yesterday off the bottom. Still a long way to the upside. And of course, that will probably follow Hex and everything else up, right? But up 13% on Hedron, leading the way today. On Ethereum, though, Icosa up 8%, and that's just under half, isn't it? Just under half of what Pulsechain is doing. So I'm not sure if Alex McFadden's got any news out. Let us know in the chat. They haven't managed to check, Alex, so maybe there's some news today. But other than that, we are waiting for V2, right? V2, is that still a thing? I'm pretty sure it's still a thing. So let's see what happens there. Randy is going to be streaming in 30 minutes, so you can catch Randy after this live stream on that one. So go for gold on that one. Randy says iBurn is coming to Icosa. Oh, there we go. That's probably what's pumping that. Thanks for that one, Randy. Tintop's in the house as well. What's up, Hexkins? Hey, Tintop, what's up? What's up? Good to see you there, Tintop. All right. Yeah, that's going to be Randy's show if you guys want to check that out after the live stream there. All right, let's get into it. Let's follow into the other ones. Let's go into the stables, see what's going on there. So PDI at the moment, 5300th of a penny. So on a slow journey back, trying to get back to that 1 cent target. Boy, if it hits that 1 cent, I can see X social platform go crazy, right? What do we get up to 9200th of a penny? We're at 5300th of a penny at the moment. So we came quite a bit way back down there, but the journey continues. The journey continues. Now the other one is PXDC, stable coin. Sorry, no, HexDC is what I want to talk about. obviously with the Power City fork there, with the Flex token, Hex DC is sitting just below peg, 99.89. So pretty much on $1, let's say, for argument's sake. Now, the other one we're going to look at is look at Bitcoin, wrap Bitcoin on Pulsechain. That is $220. Obviously, expecting that really to follow up Bitcoin as Bitcoin starts to hyper rally into the 100, the 150k mark, even to 180. Then yeah, that's what we're looking to follow that wrap Bitcoin and see where it goes. Holding up pretty well, I think, at 220 at the moment. Now we're going to go to the influencer coins. So Randy's on this list with his influencer coins. We've got SolidX. So let's look at why SolidX is top performer at the moment on influencer coins, up 26.42%. So I guess that's what Randy was referring to there with the Solid, which I think we've got as a comment here somewhere. Let's have a quick look at that back up here. I got my own sound effects there. Yeah, so that must be the one there. Solid. Was it Solid? The Solid with an X. So there we go. That's $82 at the moment. No token at the moment, and Randy Alaski's token there up 8.24%, sitting at 51 hundredth of a penny, or just over half a cent. So we'll quick look at that. That's a no token. The chart looks amazing, doesn't it? Doesn't chart looks amazing? So this is on the weekly. So nice little green weekly here on Nope token. 681k liquidity, 5.1 million market cap, looking absolutely solid. At some stages, I think I said it looked like a stable coin, but like a stable coin, didn't it? At least it has for the last month. It's been pretty stable there and breaking up to the upsides there. What else we got? Bro, Ben Armstrong up 11%, 11.6%. Paul Pleb is flat today. Why is it in that link? It should be, oh yeah, flat. Okay, it's up flat. It's flat today, and that's of course Hexy Bastard. X Alive is up 4% at the moment, $18,000. And was it Steve Hitson? Is it Steve Hitson? Scuba Steve is up to 2.2%. He should really have a some sort of scuba. Has got a scuba diver on that picture? I'm not sure. Scuba Steve there up at 2% there. Now the ones that's down, Trayvon is down 24 cents, down 1.8% there, and a BitBoy Ben Armstrong V1 is down slightly as well. So those are influencer coins. Let's go to the overall market though and see how Pulsechain is doing with the hots, what's hot and what's not. We're going to obviously look at the 24 hours. At the moment, we're doing about $30 million in volume, so it's pretty normal these days. And of course, we're about 288,000 transactions. It's pretty normal as well. So nothing spectacular yet. It'd be nice to get back into the 50 million, the 80 million, stuff like that. Plus, that'd be pretty cool. So at the moment, the best to perform at the moment is BBC token. This can't keep this thing down since the rebound, up 34%, and we're sitting at almost 51 cents there on a BBC. And we're not talking about the fake news network in the UK. We're talking about the BBC incentive token here on 9-inch exchange. Look at that, looking very, very solid. It came down again, and it's almost back up there again. So looking pretty good. Last time it got up to, back here on the 27th of April, it got up to 72 cents, which is pretty awesome. So that's doing pretty well. If you're farming over there, you'll be enjoying that nice incentive reward and the BBC. Gifford Ware is up 33% as well. That's had quite a bit of coverage lately, isn't it? Gifford Ware, so that's doing pretty well. What else there? Let's see. SolidX, of course, we covered that. Fugazi is up 24%. Let's see what else there. Note token, of course, we covered that as well. 9-inch itself is up 10%. Let's have a quick look at 9-inch. Wish it's got the bigger pull here. We might go to this one. 692 die pull for 9-inch. And yeah, that's looking much better, isn't it? Wow. And it magically pumped up to 3,380. So that's got to be around, is that around the sacrifice price now? That 4 zeros, 2,400. Let me know. I can't remember what we decided what was the sacrifice price for that. I think it is above that now. But you can confirm with me in the chat there. Doing pretty well. It's 9-inch, big rebound, right? Big rebound for 9-inch. Getting some good exposure too with Ben Armstrong, doing some good stuff with their launch pads, stuff like that is doing pretty well over there on 9-inch. And what else? Let's jump through some of this. Die Hard. So if you like earning P-Die, Die Hard is a good token for that, up 7.8%. Crispy Man's Hex Fire is up 7%. He was on our influencer list, wasn't he? Did he fall off it? I don't know. I thought he was on there. But anyway, he's up 7%. That's kind of the leaders today on Pulsechain. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The old UFO token, PDGC, the DAO token there with Alien and UFO, UFO being the latest, that is up 2.8% at the moment. Let's have a quick look at that, shall we? Just see where that is going since it launched. This is the old UFO. So yeah, obviously a big pump at the beginning, big dump, and actually recovering pretty nicely there on UFO. Might see some nice things happen there. Let's see how we go. But that benefits 1% goes to burn PDGC, doesn't it? It's got a 6% tax, I think, on the way in and on the way out, buy and sell tax. I think that's it. Hey, Pulsepot, honorable mention, $2.89 is pretty much up slightly. $2.89. Be nice to see it get back over $3. But you remember with Pulsepot, we got TYCZ is going to be launching on BNB chain. That is coming up in only 6 days. Can you believe it? 6 days or so. US time probably, but or European time. I can't remember where Jacob is. Europe. 9, yeah, so about 6 days away till TYCZ. So if you sacrifice for that, I know that was a big sacrifice. It was about 1.2 million. So if you sacrifice for that, then that's going to launch. So you'll be very happy about that for those who are waiting up for that sacrifice project to come up and launch TYCZ. I'm looking forward to it. It's pretty much going to be like decentralized, centralized finance. Where you can run your own centralized exchange or order book, at least some sort of order book on DeFi, which is going to be pretty badass. So if you want to start your own entrepreneurial business, maybe you've got a big following, it could be something for you to do. Definitely. So look forward to that. And yeah, I'm excited about it. All right, that is pretty much it on the markets. Let's jump over to Hex quickly and just have a look at the Hex daily stats. So we're on, day 16 and 19, 619 days since Hex has launched. And of course, there we are, the 8th of May. Let's have a look at the payout. 7.16 today, and we got 7.129 yesterday. Let's go quickly look at the T-shares. T-shares have been up the last 2 days. So we're sitting just below 9.2 million T-shares on Ethereum for Hex. And let's have a look at the reward pool. We had 500,000 penalties yesterday, 1 million today. Sitting around about 65.8 million in the reward pool. Of course, those goes to all the T-share miners. Liquid holders up 14 today. Miners down 19 over the last 2 days. Just below 118,000 miners on Ethereum. Looking to Pulsechain, we don't have today's results. It's probably going to come out a little bit later. But we do have today's, what to be day 360, I think this is. 7th of May. No, 361 is it? Yeah, 361 maybe. 7th of May, and we got the price there down slightly. With payouts though, 6.9 Hex per T-share, and that's looking pretty good. The share rate's gone up 35. What else is looking interesting there? T-shares are up 5,900, just below. We were below 9.5. Now we're getting a bit down now. 9,465,000 T-shares, and the reward pool. Let's look at that. The penalties 755,000, so not too bad. With 65.6 million in the reward pool. Liquid holders up 45, so still growing like that. But the thing that's been surprising is, of course, maybe because the prices are down, markets follow the prices, right, is that the actual miners are going down on Pulsechain too, the adoption chain, right? And, of course, 124,000 miners still there, so just over 6,000 more than Ethereum at the moment. So that is Hex. Check out hex.com, and you can start mining Hex today. All right, that is pretty much it, which leads us into the Pulsechain conference. Before we wrap up, there's the last topic for the day. It's going to be our shortest live stream. I don't know why, but it just is. Before we get into the Pulsechain conference, let's see who else has jumped in here with a couple of comments. Randy saying, I like seeing half a penny. Yeah, on the Note token. Yeah, doing very well indeed. Is Note there. What else we got there? I think we got up to 10 top. So you guys, some crazy conversations in the chat there. Solid as X, says Wookie. Solid as X. I'm going to take that out of context just to use it because it's quite good. And those rewards on 9inch are strong. They are spectacular. Yeah, doing very well. 50 cents, wasn't it, for the BBC now. Wookie says, well, sometimes you see things Wookie should not see when at the... What are you talking about, Wookie? Wookie, you're a mod. You're a mod. You should moderate yourself. All right, that's it. Randy says, doesn't Patias have an AI project coming soon? They do, and we're looking forward to that. So that'll be fun. All right. There's probably going to be several months in development, I would thought, but they are a pretty fast team. We'll see where they head there. I know that they were pulling all their data and running their AIs on that, their learning models. What else there? Sandy says family channel, hashtag, that's true. Yeah. What's it? Auto mod channel, says Elias. Absolutely. Auto, especially for Wookiee, right? All right, let's get into the final topic of the day, which is the Pulsechain conference update. So here we go. Let's get into it. So third annual Pulsechain conference, May the 10th to the 13th. So pretty much starting, I guess, tomorrow US time, because we're ahead here, right? One day. So always put this out. It's currently the 9th of May. And of course, it's going to be the 10th of May, but US time. So it's probably going to end up being the 11th of May here. But the 10th to the 13th of May, it's going to be obviously Maddie Allen, so running this. Let's see who is speaking and what day. So we've got day 1, Friday, day 2, Saturday, day 3, Sunday, and day 4, Monday. So let's have a look at Pulsechain. So the first 3 days, Pulsechain has the best community from our 220 YouTubers to our true DeFi whales. And then on the last part there, it's got first launch anniversary on Pulsechain on the 4th day there. So let me see here. We've got the start time. So start time is going to be Central Time. So it's got the different times here, Eastern, UTC, PT. But Central Time is 6 p.m. So starting in the evening from the looks of it. And it's going to be running through to 11 p.m. Central Time. So that is pretty cool. Now we got day 1. What do we got there? Welcome to the best community is the first session. It's going to have Crypto Rocks. It's going to have Access Alive and SJ Wild. Gotta love SJ Wild's bus, traveling bus. I love that thing. She looks great. And of course, the USA is the best place to do when you're going to do traveling. You might as well have one of those. I guess Europe's pretty good as well because you want to be fun and safe. That's why I'm including those ones. Or is it safe these days? I don't know. I'm getting pretty doubtful about that. But anyway, we got the panel number. The second session is Pulsechain, and that's going to have Big K, David Feder, Crypto Stylist, and Money Gang Crypto. That's a pretty fun mix up there. That's panel 3 round up. The next panel is going to be testimonials. We don't know who that's going to be yet. And then many speakers, 2 to 3 minutes each, solo or with Maddie. So there'll be a range of people on that one. The next session 4 for the day, Crypto Heartbeat. Now, Crypto Heartbeat, of course, he's been doing a few videos lately as well, and Gamma. So it's going to be on there. And then we're going to have Donor Talk, Stablecoin Tech. So they're going to have Liquid Loans and Crypto CC there. So Crypto Crazy, the CEO of Liquid Loans. That'd be fun. That'd be a really good one. You know me, I like that sort of topic. Then we're going to have the next one's going to be Bucker Mentals. So he's from the PH Universe team. So we're talking about PHUX and Famous and Fiat and Fatty, those kind of projects. So Bucker Mentals is talking about that. So they've been one of the most successful utility projects and ecosystems on Pulsechain. So that'll be really, really cool to see. Bringing us lending and margin trading and perpetual swaps, that sort of stuff. What else did we got? The keynote there at the second to last session, the power of INC farming. So if you're looking at farming on PulseX or something like that, or any of the other DEXs, then that's going to be one you really want to look at. This one's going to be around PulseX, of course, with the INC token. That's going to be there. So definitely check that out if you want to learn more about yield farming. Keynote there, you're going to have ABIT Hex, KSB Line, and Hexify. So that's going to deep dive into Hex. So if you really want to go into all the share rate and everything else for that, check that out. Hopefully they're going to have, I don't know if that's the time actually, but get into that because they'll have lots of stuff about Hex and all the stuff, questions that you might have. Someone asked about the OA wallet the other, just earlier there about getting rid of the OA coins. Well, those sort of things can get covered on that topic there. So that'll be pretty cool. And then the final session is going to be social. So there's going to be all sorts of speakers there. I won't go through the whole list, but, RG3 Axis, etc. They're going to be there. Then day 2. Day 2 is going to have the panel in the morning. Pulsechain is the topic. They're going to have Crypto 7, UK's #1 influencer in the Pulsechain community. We've got Crypto Stylist. We've got Hexify there. It's going to be there again. So some good favorites there. Then we're going to get to session 2 for the day on Saturday. It's going to have multiple speakers with Maddie Allen, builders and pitchers. Now, builders and pitchers, if you're looking for new opportunities, that second session could be really, really good with the builders and pitchers. So it's going to be interesting to see who's in that lineup there. That's in the beginning of the second session there. Then the talk, I think I have Adam Stokes and KDP. Donor Talks, Times Pays Me. That's Maddie Allen. It's a Pulse project, isn't it? And then a talk's going to be with Fashion Coder out of the USA there. So if you want one of the ladies there, so we've got a few ladies in the house there too. doing pretty good. In fact, I think we got a big, we get a pretty large number of female influencers in the community, which is really great to see. Pulsechain kind of led the way on that in many respects, I think, to some degree. So yeah, we got also Pulsechain topic in the afternoon, session 4. We got Big K 43. I don't know who that is. A couple of these I don't know. Brother KG and F Molina as well. I don't know those two, 40 or F Molina there. Now we've got next session of that is Aubrey de Grey. So if you like longevity, so it's kind of moving out of crypto but into science or sci-fi, you decide. But anyway, we've got longevity, escape velocity. We're going to have Toby One, Hexanobi, Pulsechain Domains, Maddie Allen, and Hodbrel there. So that's kind of cool. And then after that is the socials on day 2. Day 3 is Sunday, day 3, the 12th of May. They're going to have Pulsechain as well. They're going to have Crypto Coffee, what I argue is the number one influencer in the space overall. And we've got Corey Costa's going to be in there. Obviously, he's streaming out of New York, pretty big influence himself as well. Done lots of cool stuff. Nuclear Herbs there. Hexius Man. Hexius Man is a cool guy. If you like Hexius Man, he's a pretty fun guy. And then, of course, second section is going to be Papa Bona, which is around security, does a lot around, wallet safety and stuff like that. He's going to be with KDP. And they've got a couple of talks in after that. Moving into the third session on a Sunday, they're going to have Pulsechain again, Corey Geary, Money Talk Dan, Hexy Fire, Hexy Monkey. Then in the fourth session, they're going to break that up into 3. They got Maddie Allen, Future Uswin. Second one, Dollar Cost Crypto. Obviously, Dollar Cost Crypto has been pretty big in adoption, getting along a lot of those, those fitting something shows. What are they? Fitting something, fitting blah, blah. That's right. Where they have lots of people come and I don't know what it is, but they have those ones. And he's done a great job with adoption there. Fashion Coder and Johnny Chaos in the afternoon. That'll be fun. Boy, that would be fun. Obviously, Johnny Chaos has a lot of thinking thoughts around, a big thinker around Hex and around value and stuff like that. So it'd be fun to listen to that. And with Fashion Coder getting in there on that, it's going to be a pretty interesting little session there. So well worth checking out. Then, of course, the keynote is going to be in session number 5. They're going to have Maximalist and Maximalist versus Maximalish. I don't know the difference there, but anyway, we got Nerd Girl, Solid Hex, Fire Whale, Cultivate Crypto, Captain RG3. I don't know if you've seen the Highest of Stakes, but I always thought that RG3 was the main character in the Highest of Stakes. If you're with me, put that down in the chat there. I always thought that the RG3 is the main character of the Highest of Stakes. I don't know what editing they did, but by the time they finished with it, he was definitely the main character. And him and the family, right? The family. And we got then the final session is socials, and of course that's in there as well. Now, final day 4, and this is coming up on Monday, the 13th of May, in the morning. Talk Crypto Class. Crypto Class dropped in here yesterday, so go check out Crypto Class. Brother KG from Internet Money, of course. Then the second session is going to be 9-inch with Hexy Bastard. So we obviously talked about the BBC token being up today. So definitely check that out. They've been doing some good things around launch pads and things. Influencers with chats, with Ben Armstrong and others. Then third session is Brazology and Part Hexcellence. So that'll be interesting. Brazology's been doing a lot of sort of macro talk about Pulsechain, incentive token, things like that. And then the second section is going to be Pulsechain with Crypto Cabana, Crypty Girl, Hexray Vision, and someone else. And then there's a couple other sessions in there. Let's have a look there. Third session is going to have hosted videos. I'm not sure what that is, proof of pulse. And then they're going to have Dip Catcher and Hex Scout. Now, don't want to miss that session, right? Dip Catcher's session and Hex Scout there. 2 big teams. Obviously, Dip Catcher there, one of our biggest derivative project ecosystems on top of Hex, as well as they're doing their own thing as well. And, of course, Hex Scout there as well. Pioneering pioneering a lot of things on Pulsechain, so definitely don't miss the Hex Catcher and Hex Scout one there. Hex Scout now taken over from the Hex portfolio management. It's just got everything in the right place there for Hex. If you got Hex with Hex Scout, so definitely check that session. Then session number 4 for the day on Sunday is going to be Pulsechain again. My Life is Awesome is going to be on there. Crypto Heartbeat, K4K. So a bit of a powerhouse of influences on that session. And then, of course, we got the next session after that with BitBoy. Ben Armstrong does a stand-up. And also, Ben Armstrong really is the keynote one instead of Richard Hart, of course. Richard Hart will not be there for this, and he says, spreads the word, get out there, but Richard Hart will not be attending this. He has said that on X social platform. So there we go. That means Ben Armstrong's going to be the big keynote for that. Obviously, Ben Armstrong used to have BitBoy, and that used to be the biggest crypto influencer on the planet, over 2 million followers there. Now, obviously, he's rebuilding back better, and of course, he's now pretty well aligned with the Pulsechain community, doing lots of stuff there as well. So then the final session is social, and it's going to be the year ahead. And of course, you're going to have a ton of influencers. Look at all the influencers at the bottom there. Lots of cool people, and I'm sure there's some community members in there as well that aren't influencers. So that's pretty cool. All right, so that was a big rundown. You guys don't want to miss that, and definitely check out Maddie Allen's got all the details for that. So yeah, some cool sessions coming up for the next 4 days. Will we get that Pulsechain pump as well? It'll be fun to see. That'll be double good. All right, I think we're going to wrap it up here. I think Randy's show is going to be on pretty soon. So definitely check that out. PSI says, I'm picking up more Pulsex, so low, can't resist. Also keep an eye on the flex and earn, says PSI. Nice. I like that one. Brennan says C7. 43 is Aussie, says Sandy Beach, and fresh and fit. That's who I was thinking of, fresh and fit. I just couldn't remember the fresh part, I think. PSI says, I also try to get some Tetra when it's under 6 pulse. I agree with that. Now, where is all their projects? Tetra's supposed to bring out some of the most innovative projects on Pulsechain. We're still waiting for them, so I'm not sure what's happening there. And PSI says, if Hex pulls back from the recent pump, I'll get some more. I need some cash, though, too. Many dips that I bought were the last lol, says PSI. We understand what you're saying. We understand what you're saying about that, PSI. Wookie says, BitBoy is fit. BitBoy is fit. He is fit, man. He won that boxing match, man. I mean, that was a crazy boxing match, but he did it. And Solid X says, Wookie, absolutely. Randy says, cheers, which is a good place to finish up today. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. We did a pretty full roundup there of the markets. I'll try and bring you a bit more detail on the next live stream. We're going to have a lot more data-driven stuff next time. But that was a nice little review there. Just trying to find Randy's YouTube link. We've got here somewhere. So Randy's going to be live now, so go check over there to Randy's channel. Where the heck did that link go? Someone posted it. I know it. All right. There it is there. So go jump over to Randy's and enjoy the show. I will catch you again tomorrow. I love you tomorrow. All right. See you then. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, and jump over to Randy's place. And I'll see you in the Discord later today. Take care, everybody. And bye for now. Magic Carpet Ride. Peace out. Coming up to 1 year anniversary. 4 days to go. I'll see you there. Bye for now.
In theory, if someone were a billionaire and they had like all this money, why wouldn't they just buy more of the thing they liked instead of dumping the thing they liked? Like if Bezos bought shares in Amazon, would you be pissed off? If Apple does a stock buyback and they buy more of their own shares in their company back from the public, which is a way to turn earnings into yield for the shareholders, do you get mad and yell at Apple? And so we had to come up with a word for this fan fiction fantasy, which is the opposite of a rug pull, called a magic carpet ride. And so if you're worried about risk of a rug pull, what weighted value have you given the risk of a magic carpet ride? And it's just hilarious to me.